Welcome back, everybody, to Argos Anonymous. I'm Argos. I've been sick the last week-ish, so if I sound funny, that's why. But I didn't want to wait any longer to make a video because there's been so much stuff to talk about in the world of MetaZoo. Really spicy stuff, things that every other channel and even people who don't make videos have been talking about. They're getting thousands and thousands of views. There's like a huge amount of interest in what's going on in MetaZoo. So we're gonna open some MetaZoo release event boxes to look for green men and like golden and silver bronze tickets and other fun things, just kind of enjoying wilderness while we chat about some of the shenanigans that have been going on lately regarding MetaZoo acquisition rumors and stuff like shipping fulfillment and 2024 plans for MetaZoo and how people are adjusting to the MetaZoo Discord being gone. And what was the other rumor? There's like some other significant rumor. This is everything you need to know. Let's go. So when I get sick, my voice gets like deeper than normal. It's really funny. My wife calls it my Johnny Cash voice. It's the best time to go sing karaoke because it's like the only time really that I'm able to sing a Johnny Cash song and like hit the low notes, So it's really an opportunity. So when I get sick, usually my wife and I, when we're on the bend back up, we will try to go find like a karaoke night somewhere just so I can go sing Ring of Fire in my Johnny Cash voice. These opportunities, you never know how long it's going to be until the next time when my voice does this kind of thing and I can go out there and grab the microphone and be like, well, I fell in the burning ring of fire. I mean, you can never do that. I can never do that anyway. It's weird how that works, right? Like, I feel like when you get sick, your voice is supposed to get worse. And for some reason, mine gets, I don't know, it gets deeper in a satisfying way. Anyway, MetaZoo rumors. Oh my gosh, what a spicy week it's been for the MetaZoo community. It's been wild in the last week. Video after video of rumor. I mean, they're coming from every single place. The acquisition rumors are very interesting. I've been hearing from MetaZoo partners. I've been hearing from content people, some people who work with MetaZoo, basically everybody has been saying, and I'm not saying it's happening. I'm not weighing in on it. I don't have any inside information. I don't have any official information. Everyone who is actually involved in this kind of stuff has probably signed non-disclosures or whatever. And so, nobody would have spoken to anyone, surely, because that would probably be in violation of some kind of clause and it could throw the whole thing off. So this is purely conjecture, but I'm just saying from every single corner of the MetaZoo network, I've been hearing that they are at least entertaining or in some kind of negotiations with, or that they've been approached by some interested party with regards to some kind of an acquisition. We don't know what that would look like. I know that MetaZoo is more than just Mike and Andy. They're kind of the forward-facing people, but there are a series of investors in MetaZoo, and so I suppose the bigger investors have some, they got to put their pants on and try to figure out what's going on, essentially, and what they want in a buyout. And does a buyout, what does that include? Is it everything? Who fulfills the product that hasn't been fulfilled yet? Does MetaZoo gave themselves in their 2024 roadmap, they gave themselves the first 3 months of 2024 to go through and try to fulfill the old product. Right, that was all there was on the 2024 roadmap. The whole, gosh, these scissors are really bad. I need to get my sword out. I forgot how bad these are. The first quarter of 2024, there's nothing on it. All it's for is like streamer kits and legacy. So within 3 months, we are expecting to get all these things that we're still waiting for. MetaZoo didn't really give themselves any other challenges between now and then. So that also gives them some time, I suppose, to work through negotiations and fine print if there is in fact some kind of an acquisition bubbling below the surface. Now again, there's no official information. This is all just rumors and conjecture, but they're coming from just every corner. You would not believe how many phone calls I've gotten in the last week. And they go something like this: Argos, hey buddy, I know you know something. Tell me what's going on. I don't know. I don't know. I am with you. I am one of you. I'm along for the ride, and so we'll see. Now, could an acquisition happen for MetaZoo? I mean, I think it depends on the people who own MetaZoo. It depends on what their demands are. Like, you know, if it makes sense, right? Like who would make sense to acquire MetaZoo? Here's my thought. MetaZoo has had high revenue. They're making a lot of money in revenue, which doesn't necessarily mean that the company is making a lot of money, right? Hear me out. Here's what that means. Revenue is the amount of money that they make on the top line from selling product, okay? But it's not the money that's left over after they're done paying for everything, paying for advertising, NYCC booths, travel, gimmicks, you know, partnership deals, profit sharing, employee salaries, all that kind of stuff. And we don't know what the salaries are. It's possible Steve Aoki has a part owner in MetaZoo, and I have no idea, or whoever, like not him specifically, anyone in MetaZoo. It's possible that, you know, people are earning millions of dollars on the side. I have no idea. And so when you look at how is MetaZoo doing, it's all relative, right? There might be there's some companies out there. I know one in particular. It's not Sanrio, who operates a number of different TCGs that are all like small, at the most mid-sized TCGs, and they've been doing it for about 30 years. They have TCGs you've never even heard of, like wrestling TCGs, right? But the reason they're able to operate these TCGs successfully and still make money on them is because after 30 years, they have everything in-house, right? So they have stateside printing facilities, and they own the printers. So then they control production, and they control much of their own distribution, right? And then they have all of that in-house, so they save a ton of money dealing with all of that kind of stuff. And then what happens is when you have two TCGs under like one consolidated management, all of the upper management gets consolidated. So you have the same owners and the same, you know, board or whatever, and the same people persisting in the same roles for multiple companies. And so it saves a lot of money for the company to operate in this way. And then what you have is you hire some individual roles for each company, of course, because, you know, every individual TCG is going to require some people who are just like purely in that role. But still, so an acquisition by a company like that could make sense because they could look at MetaZoo's revenue, which has been good, right, overall, especially compared to some of the really small TCGs. And then they could look at all of MetaZoo's costs, which in my opinion are probably quite high, basically. And they could look at that and say, oh my gosh, like all we have to do is keep selling the things that they were selling when they sold them to make this much money, because they're going to look at the numbers and the sales and their due diligence, stuff like that. And then we have to remove the costs of paying out that guy and paying out that person. And oh, an awful, nice, beautiful. I love this card. Awful's a good one. Is that one of the Wild 7? I kind of forget. Wilderness was so long ago. Maybe that's a Wild 7. I don't know. We're just going to put him, right there. Anyway, it could make sense. Now, that's not the only thing you consider in an acquisition. There's other stuff too. There's debt. I don't know what MetaZoo looks like for that. There's like the unfulfilled product. Like if it happens before MetaZoo has fulfilled all their product, would the new company come in and agree to fulfill the product? If it happens after, then that would be a lot cleaner. So maybe if it's going to happen, maybe it wouldn't happen until after MetaZoo fulfills the unfulfilled product. I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of shooting like ideas around there, but anyway, and again, I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen. I'm just saying like everybody's talking about it. So that is kind of interesting. And there are some signs of something's obviously going on because there's, well, it's a little hard to tell, to be honest. Here's what I was about to say. It's been a little quiet, right? Compared to what we're used to. But we're used to MetaZoo operating in the Discord. And in the Discord, MetaZoo did these announcements and hints and little things constantly. So we were used to, in the past, we were used to constant noise and constant hints and hamburger emojis and all kinds of stuff like that. And we were so trained on that it's weird not having constant stuff, isn't it? Like it's pretty strange. And so it's a little hard to know, like, is the hey, Hateful Demise, one of my other favorite artworks. One of mine from Wilderness is just because it's a death beam, basically. It's a death beam again, but I like it. That's fine. And a Cumberland Dragon. Hey, little guy. Yeah, it's a little hard to know how much of the silence is because of the shift away from Discord to be like a more, I don't know, professional, outward-facing company. Because it's only been a couple of weeks. Doesn't it feel like January's been a long couple of weeks? I don't know. Or is the silence because they're undergoing negotiations? I mean, if you've noticed, MetaZoo is putting forward like a very polite little forward-facing hat, right? Like on social media now, every single day, every day, MetaZoo is posting on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Sometimes TikTok, sometimes YouTube Shorts. They're doing all of these things, and they have these cute little posts related to, you know, modern day cryptids and whatever, like a special day that's happening somewhere. Like they'll pick whatever national holiday it is and they'll link it to cryptids, and then if they have a card for it, they'll post the art for their card, and they hashtag all those things. It's really good, you know. It looks nice. And since there's an absence of like Discord drama, if someone were doing due diligence and looking into MetaZoo right now, they wouldn't be able to go into a Discord and have thousands of people asking where's Legacy. They would just go onto social media and they would see all these like cute little cryptid posts with people clicking like and people sharing and commenting and stuff like that. And so, like, you know, if it were me, all I'm saying, if it were me shopping for some kind of an acquisition or something like that, I would want to put a little bow on myself, wear a nice little summer dress, and look pretty and smile, and then hope that somebody buys me. That's what I would want, and I would try to line everything up for them to make it look as you know, as acquirable as possible. And so theoretically, that's what MetaZoo could be doing. Now, maybe not. I'm just saying that, you know, people have asked me to talk about the rumors. People have wanted me to make this video, so that's what I'm saying. Now, these things can take time. Acquisitions are usually not done in a couple of weeks, right? If there's an acquisition, it often takes months. Now, MetaZoo is not a huge company, so I wouldn't expect it to take years. The big companies can take years to line everything up, but a smaller company like MetaZoo, I don't know, could be a few months. So if that's going on, you know, it could be a little quiet for a couple of months, you know, and then one day, boom, there's some kind of an announcement. And then if an acquisition doesn't happen, we're still looking at, well, could there be a management change? You know, what's going on? I don't know. I feel like something's going on, and we'll probably figure it out by the end of Q1. I think MetaZoo basically gave themselves 3 months to walk down that road and do whatever it is they need to do, and then we as the MetaZoo community are just gonna have to kind of see what that is. Hey, since we're at the end of the video, now we'll give you a little bit of spoiler for what's coming up next. Otherverse, another independent TCG, sent me a booster box of Hidden Void, the Kickstarter Hidden Void. They sent me some details on that. They have little void stickers there. That's cute. And so we're gonna open this on probably a live stream, I think. I don't know if we can do it this weekend, but if we can, that'd be fun. And then we'll just kind of have some fun opening these. We have another video because I still have a bunch of Black Friday packs, and I am determined to attempt to pull Black Friday Sam Sinclair. I want the whole set, and Sam is the chase. And we opened like 90 packs, and we did not get Sam, and it was just really tragic. Like, it was heartbreaking. And so these are the packs I have left, and I hope it's a fat clump of Sams. Obviously, that's very unlikely, but we got to open those for a video. And I still have a couple of disclosures as well that just for documentation purposes, for future generations, I also want to open these on YouTube as well. So we do have some other fun little videos coming up, and I'm sure there will be no end to the rumors that are coming up next in the wonderful world of MetaZoo. So that's all I have for now. Thank you, MetaFan, for stopping by. As always, I do appreciate this opportunity to entertain you fine peoples of MetaZoo. Until next time, this is Argos, signing out.